Welcome to the show. It's a political earthquake unfolding in Hungary. Partial parliamentary election results showing a gigantic victory for opposition leader Peter Magyar over Viktor Orban. There you see bringing his 16-year rule to an abrupt end. Those results showing that with 91.90% counted, Tisza, the party of Magyar, is on course for 138 seats in parliament. Magyar has greeted crowds of supporters declaring the victory. He says Hungarians have reclaimed their country after winning an unprecedented mandate with a 2/3 majority. For the outgoing Prime Minister, it's time to lick his wounds. He's called it a painful defeat in the polls.
The election result is painful for us, but clear. The responsibility and possibility of governing was not given to us. I have congratulated the winner. I thank you all for the great work. Never before in any election campaign have so many of us worked together and worked so much. You can see it. We managed to gather 2.5 million voters.
Nonetheless, for Magyar, congratulations have flooded in and in their droves. Emmanuel Macron says that the result shows Hungary has attached to European values. Ursula von der Leyen, there you see, calling it a victory for Europe. We'll get more as that comes. We've also had reaction from Friedrich Merz and Giorgia Meloni, as well as Keir Starmer and Pedro Sanchez. But let's get first a reaction from Clovis Casali after a resounding win for Magyar. And he's come out with his statements of victory.
Indeed, Peter Magyar saying he has won an unprecedented mandate for the people of Hungary, adding also that Hungary is liberated. He is confident he will get that 2/3 majority of seats in Parliament necessary in order to get those sweeping powers to bring constitutional change, real deep reforms, structural reforms for the country. And that's what many of the supporters here are hoping for. We spent all day here surrounded by the Magyar supporters. And I can tell you, many started gathering as early as 4-5 p.m. when it was still daylight. Now it's night time. People have candles, are waving flags, are cheering. A very festive atmosphere. And among the songs we've been hearing, the anthem, should I say, one is particularly revealing. Russians leave, Russians go out, a slogan back from 1956 during the Soviet era. Clearly the sign that they rejected Viktor Orban and his alliance, his support from Moscow. People here extremely happy. A lot of Hungarian flags, of course, some European flags here, just very close to me. Well, I can tell you, a lot of happy faces, a lot of smiles, and a lot of celebrations tonight.
Clovis, this is quite an interesting feature because we've just had another statement from Magyar saying Hungarians have voted yes for Europe. Now, given his origins within the Fidesz party and being so close to Viktor Orban, a lot of people were saying, and a lot of skeptics saying, this isn't just really a change of ideology, it's more a change of governance. What kind of response, though, would his supporters have for that?
Well, when you take international affairs, very clearly they have different stances, they have different views on world affairs. Take Viktor Orban, supported by Russia, strong alliance with Moscow. He even got the support from President Donald Trump and from J.D. Vance and from various populist or far-right leaders from across Europe. Marine Le Pen in France, Giorgia Meloni, just to name a few. Well, Peter Magyar stood on the other side saying, no, we need to have stronger relations with our European partners. We need appeasement. We need better, we need to strengthen ties with Brussels. We don't reject Brussels. We don't reject Europe. And it's interesting because during the day we met many Hungarians going to vote, mostly Magyar supporters, it has to be said, because we are in an opposition stronghold here in the capital, Budapest. And they were telling us, we want our future to be with Europe, within the European Union. We don't want to be out of Europe and close to Russia. Those are the words we heard a lot on the streets. And tonight, I can't even hear myself. I'm talking to you, I can't even hear myself. There's so much noise. A lot of celebrations a lot of flags being waved around, and we had to move a bit because if you were following our reporting earlier during the evening, we were really very close to the Danube River, very close to the stage where Peter Magyar is talking. And I can tell you we had to suddenly leave because there were so many people there, and it's a bit less busy here, but there are tens of thousands of people on the streets celebrating tonight the victory of Peter Magyar.
Clovis Casali, thank you so much.